Number 5, as more and more AI-based companies emerge, how can marketers discern which ones to invest in for their company's specific needs?
Yeah, this can get tricky because there are literally thousands of these generative AI startups, and many of them are offering really interesting technologies and solutions. Many of them have zero customer success teams. They don't have onboarding materials. They have no partner programs with vendors that are trained to help implement these tools. So you really, the way to think about AI is it's just smarter technology. You still have to critically assess the companies, the products you're buying, the impact it's going to have on your team. Do you need to train your team to use these tools? Do they have any knowledge base or customer success teams that can help you? You could get in trouble just going and buying a bunch of AI startup tools that don't really work that well. And that's again why I tend to guide start with the companies you trust that are building these tools that have the infrastructure to support your team, integrating them and getting your team onboarded and trained. Like I built my marketing agency that I sold in 2021 on the back of HubSpot. And we did it starting in 2007 when HubSpot was like a year old. But HubSpot very early on invested heavily in their customer success team, their partner program, and so I was willing to take a leap of faith with my agency and build around HubSpot because I believed in the company and the people and the infrastructure they were putting in place. Right now, a lot of these generative AI tools don't have any of that. And sometimes if you drill in a little bit, they don't even have a vision for it. They're just trying to scale as quick as they can and get some VC funding, and then they'll figure that stuff out later. So if you're in a bigger enterprise, you're probably not taking many risks with companies like that. You're going to lean pretty heavily because you got to get through procurement, and they're not going to let you like buy a lot of these little tools. So I think approaching this the way you always have, be thorough in assessing these companies, think about the impact on your team, think about how it's going to fit into your tech stack and integrate. And then from there, you'll make sound decisions.
And like anything, you wouldn't just buy a tech because it's cool and you
Right.
like, let you like with it. It has to fit into a business need and your goals.
Yeah, you can demo it and experiment with it. Like that's the beauty of ChatGPT and Google Bard is like, it doesn't cost anything. Just go play around with it. Like that's fine. That's great. But can you scale ChatGPT in a Fortune 1,000 company? No. Like it's not set up that way yet. There's no enterprise features really. So that's what I mean by you can play around with this tech, but if you're going to truly pilot and scale it, you need to trust the vendors you're buying from.
Right. But to that point though, if you're for an enterprise and you are just starting to get into this and tinker with some things, using ChatGPT on personal stuff and just seeing what it's capable of will really help benefit you understanding what could be bigger in the enterprise.
Definitely help you make the business case internally. Sure. Yeah. Experimentation is critical. Yeah. You don't want to bet your career on recommending a vendor that doesn't exist in 6 months because someone built a smarter version of their company overnight.